Alright, it's time for part 2 of the mushroom craft. So what you're going to want to do is pull out the Altoid Tin part, and you're going to want to probably clean it because it probably still smells like mints because they are actual Altoid tins. And then you're going to get these 4 pieces here, and you're also going to want to plug in your hot glue gun because you're going to need a hot glue gun to glue those pieces in place. So while waiting for the hot glue gun to heat up, we're going to go ahead and start cutting out our pieces. So for the front of this, right, you're going to want to create a little world here, a little miniature world. And so we're going to go ahead and cut out the other door, whatever door that was that you did not cut out from the other one. And you can write a little note here about whatever you want to say. Let's see. We'll say, go gnome, like go home, but go gnome. Oh, okay, as I like little gnome puns, and we're going to go ahead and glue our little gnome door, or little fairy door or gnome door down. And then you kind of decide what you want to be on the front of your little house here, your little gnome. And so I want there to be my little mushroom guy. I just love this mushroom. So much fun. I just thought he was kind of cool looking. I love that. I love all the different styles of the fairy mushrooms. I love the different styles of stamps that different companies kind of create. And it's all the same, like their version of the same kind of mushroom, which I think is just really cute. And so you can kind of arrange about where you kind of want to put your little mushroom guy. And I think on this one, I'm going to add a little mushroom kind of on the side. And I used a couple different colors of watercolor to kind of create these shadows on these mushrooms here. And that just kind of makes them a little bit more interesting. And I noticed that there's like this white, like right in the middle of this stamp. And so I'm totally going to cut that out. I'm just going to cut it up from the bottom and follow the black line here. So then that way it's not like it's not obvious that I cut the stamp apart, even though I did. Okay, I'm going to put glue on all of that area there. And I'm going to glue the little tiny mushrooms down first. And I'm going to glue this mushroom down a second. Okay. And then I think I want to get this little snail guy crawling across the top of the mushroom. How cute. Now, just like with the other craft, with the card, the mushroom card, and the little mouse, I am not going to be cutting the little antennae of the snail. I'm just going to go ahead and cut the antennae off, and then use my fine line pen to glue on, or to draw on the little antennae once I've glued the snail down. Of course, I want him crawling. I love that. He's kind of looking up, so cute. And we'll draw his little antennae. See? And actually, I want the mushrooms on this side. I've decided. Do I even want these mushrooms here? I've changed my mind about which mushroom on the front here. What other one do I want? This one? This one. I have to decide here. Okay. Luckily my glue had not totally dried, otherwise there's no way I would have been able to rip off that mushroom. I kind of used a little bit too much glue, so I'm actually might be outside here. Okay, so now we're going to keep on going here, cutting out our little mushrooms. So now we're going to be decorating the front of our little book here. My hot glue gun is all heated up and ready for us. So we're going to put this on the front, giving a little bit of a space between the 2 mushrooms. So then that way you can really easily see them, but you see the little door behind. And then, alright, I'm going to use my little slicky pen, which is a little fine line pen that I was just using a few minutes ago. And I'm going to draw tiny little stars in here. And some little kind of dot grouping. That's just going to kind of make it just a little bit more kind of fun and whimsical. Alright. So We end up with the tiny little stars. So fun. All right, and so now I'm going to use my hot glue gun here. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put glue along the top here, the top of my Altoid tin here, on the part that just says Altoids, just the white part there. That way there's going to be a little bit of a border of the blue on kind of all four sides of your little front here, because it's not going to go all the way to the edge. So you might want to consider that when you're coloring your little snail, so that you can color your snail the same color as whatever your base is for your tin. And then of course on the back here, it's going to be the same situation where you're going to want to cover that up because it says Altoids. And so again, I'm going to go ahead and lay this down here. I'm going to put down some glue over all the part that is printed. And then of course I'm going to press that on there. All right, now we get to open it up and decorate the insides. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these in place here. Ooh, that's hot. The inside of my tin here is hot because the glue is very hot. Put that in place there. And you don't need a whole lot of glue on the inside here because you just need enough to hold it in place, but you don't want it to actually start hardening before you stick it in there. Alright, so now your Altoid tin has now been totally covered up. Okay, and now you can go in and you can start cutting out your fun little characters and things. So I want there to be 2 gnomes on the inside. I think that's going to be so cute. It's got this cute little sitting down gnome. He's kind of waving. So fun. And then I got this kind of cutie gnome here. This is a Taylor Expressions gnome. His tiny little ears. His little gnome hat. I always color my gnome hats red. Okay. Got his little feetsies here. Alright, so those guys are going to go inside. So cute. And then I'm going to do some little houses. Now, of course, at this point you can really kind of decorate your little Altoid tin magical little gnome world however you would like. You know, you don't have to copy me, but of course you're welcome to continue watching. But just know that you don't have to do exactly the same things that I did. You can feel inspired with things and ideas that you have. You may have other little stamped images that you want to incorporate, which would be so cute. Just make sure that when you're stamping your images, I used the VersaFine Clair ink. I did it with the Fallen Leaves color, which is a nice dark brown. It's almost black, but it's not black. I really like the ink color because then you get really nice heavy color, or nice dark lines. You can do watercolors, but it's not so stark like black. Alright, my little house. So I have a couple little houses. So fun. I haven't decided if I'm going to keep those there or not yet. I'm still thinking about it. And then my little mushrooms. Alright, and then of course I have some little words that are going to be left over here too. So I'm going to take a look at those. Oops, my mushroom for real. Okay. So my words left here are make a wish and there's no one like you. Now you could use this little box, which is kind of cool, and you can use it as like a little gift box, and then you could put like make a wish on the inside, which would be really fun. But because there's gnomes here, I'm actually going to use the there's gnome one like you on the inside of this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. There. And then I'm going to put my little gnomes in here because they're so cute. And I'm actually going to have this guy, I think, sitting on a little mushroom. I think that would just be so precious. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Glue my little mushroom down. And then put my little gnome on top of that because he's kind of in like whoops, kind of a crisscross position kind of anyway, like a crisscross applesauce. So I thought that would be kind of perfect if he's sitting on the mushroom. Kind of meant to do that. I'm going to put some glue on the back side of this guy too. Okay, I'm just going to press that and hold that in place. Oh my gosh, already so cute. Oh, I love that. And I can always go in with, again, with my little dot groupings, my tiny little stars. So fun. I just love puns. Love them. And I really feel like little stars and kind of dot groupings really kind of help fill kind of empty space. Of course, you can always do like stenciling or something as your background first if you would like. You can kind of do whatever you prefer. But for me personally, I really like they do doing little dot groupings and tiny little stars. All right. Okay. Now on this side, I can put my little houses, or of course I'm going to put my little houses in the back. So because my last little one is kind of make a wish, I want to do something that's kind of sweet for the back little panel. So I think I'm going to leave my houses out, and I'm not going to decorate that second panel quite yet because I'm not quite sure what I want to put there. So on this back one here, let's see what I got. So I have two little houses. I have a make-a-wish, which I think I'm definitely going to put back here. And then, of course, I have my little mushroom. So I have one. Got my little heart cut out. I will cut out that mushroom. Hold on. Of course, I'd colored my heart here with red marker. And I think I really like the little heart part kind of back here with the make-a-wish because I think that's really cute. So definitely going to do that. Let's see what else I have here. All right. Okay, and then, so I think what I want to do, oops, one, two, three, four. I have 5 mushrooms left. Just can't decide how I want to lay this out. So I'm going to recommend that you take your time. I'm kind of rushing it. And you're going to cut on the outside of the black line so that as you lay it down, you can actually see your lines here. Because otherwise, if you don't do that, then you're going to end up cutting it off. I'm not sure if you saw with the gnome on the inside of the mushroom that he's sitting on, I accidentally cut off the top part of the little mushroom. And so there wasn't a line, and so it didn't give enough contrast, which is actually why I decided to have a little gnome guy sitting on the mushroom. Okay. Oop. All right. So now all of my little goodies here are cut out. I'm just going to tuck those to the side here. Okay. Now, my first thought is that I want like a little house sitting on a mushroom. How cute would that be? Okay, I kind of totally love that because that was kind of my first thought. I think I am going to do it. So cute. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down because it's kind of goofy looking, and so I think it kind of makes me happy because it's kind of silly and kind of maybe like a wishful thinking, like a little mini house growing on a mushroom. What? So it kind of works for the Make-A-Wish. And then I'm going to glue the little house down on top of the mushroom. This is the theme of this little box, is things on top of mushrooms. Okay. And then the little heart I'm also going to incorporate here. Now, I still feel like there's just a little bit too much blank space, so I'm also going to go in here and add just a couple little dot groupings and little stars, because it's kind of the theme I have kind of going on with the rest of the book anyway. Or the rest of the book, the rest of the little diorama. All right, there we have it. So cute. All right. Sorry, hopefully you saw that little house on the mushroom and the Make-A-Wish and the tiny little heart. Oh, love. Okay, so now with what's left, I have my little house and I have a couple little other mushrooms. So I'm going to go ahead and incorporate those here, and I think I like that. All right. And, of course, the little stars. And if you have like a little star stamp, you can also use that. That would also work out great. Or like I said, you can always do stenciling too, if you wanted to do some stenciling. whoop. I have a funky star, but that's okay. I'm doing extra stars on this page because I have a lot more empty space than I usually do. Okay. And my little mushroom guy here. And a little mushroom guy right next to it. All right. Now, I'm keeping everything flat. I'm not using any pop dots or anything. If you wanted to use pop dots and you're really inspired to do that, you're going to want to make sure to not put it on this part right here, because otherwise your doors won't close. So just kind of keep that in mind. But of course, you could always put pop dots or do something more 3D layered on the inside. So there we have it. Cute little diorama gnome box. So fun. Now, I had originally done this craft earlier. I had tried to make a video, and then the video got deleted, so super unfortunate. But in the photos, you will see this is the other one, and so you can really kind of get some different ideas, kind of depending on what you're gonna, what you want to create. So you get some different fun little worlds and things. And then I will also show you the other card if I can find it. Oh, here it is. So this was the card from this craft. Remember I had shown you this? And with inside the little door here we had the little mousey. Now when I had done this card originally, this is the one I had done, and I had actually used watercolored pencils, which also work out great for this craft. Then on the inside of this one I did the little house. So just some other fun little ideas to kind of get the creative juices flowing. Anyways, have fun with the craft, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.